So we're heading out to the James River State Park for the 3rd annual Rooftop Tent Rally. We're not going to be running a rooftop tent. We're going to be running the Gazelle T4 Plus. But we got about a 6-hour drive ahead of us. Should be a decent little drive just because the leaves are hopefully turning a little further north. It's been unusually warm the last several weeks here for this time of year in October. And the leaves really didn't start to turn. So driving up north, hopefully we'll get some good views. So even though diesel's a little higher, I don't mind paying it. Although I'm getting a really good price here, $234. But that's with a discount because of the Ingles Advantage card, the grocery store here locally where I live. Spend so much money, you get a discount. But having a diesel for overlanding for me is better because of the gas mileage. I may pay a little more at the pump, but I get extended range. And no road trip is complete without your traffic jam. All kinds of construction along this section of I-40 from Asheville all the way east by about 100 miles or so. I'm glad I'm not in this traffic jam. There was a big accident we just passed, and they've got it stopped up for miles probably. So we're in the I think the city of Tight Squeeze. And there's the Tight Squeeze Plaza. We're about hour and a half out. One of the things that's true about a lot of Virginia is their towns are all, they're all pretty old, from the 1800s, but they still look that way. They're well kept. They still have that late 1800s, early 1900s look to them. So when you turn off the highway, the road to James River State Park runs right alongside the James River here. For about 8 miles or so, and then you turn into the park itself. So on your way to the park, you'll pass through the original landowners' land. They donated the land several years back to the state of Virginia. I don't know the whole story. I do know they live up in that residence right there. Just now pulled into the entrance to James River State Park. I'm going to come up here, probably check in.
Hello there.
How you doing?
What's the last name?
Glad?
Glad.
G-L-A-D-D.
Okay.
Like don't get mad, get glad.
Paint that tag on your rearview mirror. Speed limit's going to be 5 miles an hour down through there. Please make sure you read the front and back of the agenda.
Okay.
And you're good to go.
All right. Possibly we're going to see what's available.
I think I fell asleep at this park.
So we just got parked. We wanted to be right over here, but there's not really anywhere to put. So this year we're up top of the hill. Last year we were down at the bottom of the hill. The vending area is still at the same place. Although last year we were right down by the stage. So got a fairly flat spot. Good morning. It's Saturday. It's a beautiful morning out here. The fog's kind of rolled in. So after I got set up yesterday, I didn't really film any just because it was dark, and only thing that was going on was I had a bonfire and sat around, had a couple beers, talked to some people, then came to bed. But got camp set up, and today we're gonna go and check out the vendors, see what classes they have, and just kind of enjoy the day. It's supposed to be a beautiful day. Tomorrow's possibly gonna get some rain, but we'll see. We're prepared for that. We get the Gazelle, we should be just fine. So we're going over the setup. Got the Bill Zero Boulder Briefcase 100 right here. Free Spirit Recreation Ready Light, and I am running the 30-gallon water tank, the Medic Dual Zone 65 fridge. I have my platform in here, but really I just use the platform right now because I'm not sleeping in the back of the cap, just to as a shelf. I slide the Gazelle tent once it's all packaged up underneath here, and then any long items I have, like cots or the poles for the FSR Ready Light, they all go up under there. And then I'm running, since I run 30-pound propane on my Winnebago Mini Plus travel trailer, I just went from 20 to 30 pounders. I carry those, the Gazelle T4 Plus, and then inside the Gazelle, it's 2 rooms. The back room, I have a inflatable air mattress for the girls, and then I just have a cot with a 2-inch, actually it's a 3-inch memory foam. And I have those solar panels ran to the Goal Zero Yeti 1400 for heat. I ran the Mr. Heater Big Buddy, and then I have the Camco Deluxe toilet in here, and that's just for use in the middle of the night. If we don't have to use it, we don't. All the Gazelles, especially for the money, I think are really worth it. You get a lot of bang for your buck. Every component on it is replaceable, so you can tear something up, you can just order it and replace it. The Frontier kitchen set is what I'm using, and I just keep that in the truck all the time, and it's actually been really good quality. I've used it, and I can vouch for it. I have the Kinsman Hardware awning, and then the Pioneer platform is up there with my 2 solar panels. I have the ARB 2500 awning, which I really don't use hardly at all anymore now, especially since I have the Kinsman Hardware awning. Action tracks up top, and then the Road Shower 4, which I don't use that much either, but it's up there. That's really for if I'm just out and let's say we need to wash off feet, hands, or rinse something off real quick if we're dirty. That's really what I use the Road Shower for. My kitchen, basically I just use these hefty boxes, and I just take everything and put in these hefty boxes, and I can easily transfer them from the trailer to the truck. They stack really securely, and if you're on rough roads, they're short enough to where, and they lock in on the bases with those little grooves to where they don't move around a whole lot. And I found that to be the best solution. The Brute Tupperware Rubbermaid boxes I use for my heavier stuff, all my tools and stuff like that. In the cab, the girls get in the back, and then in the front I have GoPro for filming while on the go, and then I have my Garmin InReach, which is the DeLorme InReach, but Garmin bought them out, and the newer ones don't even look like that. I think they're different color, different style now. The WeBoost, it works okay. The Furion cameras for my travel trailer when I have it hooked up. I have a ham radio system down here, and then I have my iPad Pro, which is the LTE version, and then I have a firearm right there. S-Pod system. The S-Pod system is ran to my lights. Also, right now you can see the right side's turned on, and that's ran to my Airlift 5000 suspension that I just put in about a week ago, and I'm using it to level out the truck. There's just a controller, and what you do is you take the controller and you can, right now I have it set at 5 on one side and 91 on the other, but if I want to just make one side go up, like the passenger side right there, you just hit up and then it kicks in on the compressor, which is underneath the truck, and we'll inflate it, and what happens is it lifts the truck, so it lifts this side up or down, or the whole thing up or down, and so it's good for leveling and then off slope environment like this, or when I'm pulling a trailer, because I have about 1,000 pounds of gear back here with my, especially with the water weight alone is about 300 pounds, and then plus the tongue weight of my trailer is about 800 pounds, and so I have a leveling kit up front. So in order to level myself out, those airbags come in handy. I did buy the Daystar cradles, but I haven't put them in yet, but I'm gonna have to do some modification to the system to be able to put those in. But that's the setup. So now we're gonna go and we're gonna take a look at some of the vendors and other setups here at the 2019 Rooftop Tent Rally. So this event's a little smaller. The vendors are all in kind of a wagon wheel, but there's still a good amount of vendors here. Blue Ridge Overland Gear. You have LT Wright. There's enough here to get you completely kitted out, but on a scale that's manageable and you can actually see everything. So we've got a little color turning in the trees, and you can see the clear delineation there of the pine stand. A lot of tree farms up in this area, but still beautiful location, beautiful venue. So Saturday night, they got a live band down there. I have pork chops cooking. We're gonna have pork chops and spinach. So it's supposed to rain starting about 10, 11 o'clock. But like I said, the band has started. Same band I think from last year. And we'll go down there here in a little bit and check it out. So for dishes, I just got the 30-gallon tank. I just got it ran to a hose right here. Boiling some water right now in the same pot I use for coffee. And then I just take a little bit of the water here, put down into my dish pan, which is just one of those collapsible pots or pans. And then I'll put the boiling water in, do dishes, and then I'll just put it in the dryer right there. Let it dry, or dry it off with a microfiber towel and put everything back up. Pretty simple. I did have a water pump hooked up and water heater and all that stuff, but I found that it's just more hassle, and I just use gravity fed off that 30-gallon water tank, which I got on Amazon for about $100. So it's got the screw top, so you can just pop the top off and then fill it. And I just put 0.75 milliliters of bleach in per gallon to purify it. Let it sit for an hour, 30 minutes, an hour, and it's good to go. So always carry bleach with you because you can purify the water that way.
Thank you, each and every one of you. I wanted to do that with all you guys because our Overland family is our biggest family. So thank you, each and every one of y'all for being here. Enjoy the fire. Have a good night.
Well, good morning. Tropical storm Nestor. I guess the remnants of that are coming through. It's been raining pretty hard all night. Initially, we're supposed to have a break right now about 7, but it's not going to have a break at all apparently until 11. So most of my camp is cleaned up anyways. What I have left is the air mattress, the Mr. Buddy heater, the porta-john, and then the cot and the memory foam mattress that I'm on. So I'm tearing down this tent. I was hoping to get a slight break so that I could tear it down, not in this pouring rain. But if I have to, it's not that big of a deal. So it's the last day, the morning of. It's a tropical storm came through, and we're getting ready to do the drawing, the raffle. So last year I won a tent. I didn't keep it, but this year I'm not sure what all they're giving away. A tent, a bunch of other goodies. So we're going here and get out of the rain and see if we win.
All right, well, good morning. What we're going to do this morning is our door prize drawing. I've got a couple things we're just going to throw out there. Some hats, some shirts, things like that. We're going to do the door prize drawing, and after that, we will do the auctioning off of the banner, and then we'll pull the raffle drawing for the CBT that the friends group did. Chucking a hat out! Oh! I always want to be that hype guy. Come on, Lee Allen! Wait for coffee! Yeah. Okay, wake up! Sorry. I'm trying to get it as far back as I can. Alright, up next is another chair. There you go, right here. Resting glass!
Yeah. Well, we're all packed up and heading out. It was a good event, and it's one of the best events I think it's on the East Coast. Just a small gathering of like-minded individuals who enjoy good company, good camping, and the lifestyle of overlanding. So until next time, thanks for watching, and get out and explore.